Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Frankly Speaking here with Christian Nolan and Breck Bailey. Today's topic is the COVID difference, how it's going to affect us in the industry, and also how it's going to affect everything that we do with our daily lives. So, Breck, what do you think about the COVID difference?
Everything has changed. From my experience, being home for a couple of months last year and coming back out to work, it's like learning all over again. The whole process has changed for us. Before all this happened, part of the whole car buying experience was after you kind of got to get to know your customers a little bit, you'd go on a test drive. That way you could answer questions for them, certainly make sure that they are on the right vehicle. Now, because of all these rules we need to follow, we can't do that anymore. So it's changed the whole focus of what questions we need to ask, what information we need our customers to come in with. It's definitely different. But having said that, it also kind of ties in as well, is that the whole buying process was changing even before COVID. When I started in this business 7-8 years ago, the official stat was every customer would visit anywhere from, the average was between 2 and 3 dealerships before they would make a decision. So it made it that much harder for us in a sense in those days. Certainly what I've seen over time and the coming of COVID and the appointment only restrictions and all those other things that have gone along with it is that people are doing a lot more research at home, and not just on dealer websites, looking at YouTube videos, and they might spend 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months, and then they would just narrow it down to maybe the 1 or 2 vehicles that they're interested in before they go into making an appointment to come and see us. So now the average customer visits, and there again, this is a pre-COVID number, 1.2 dealerships. So I would often make a joke with my customers. I would give them this stat and say, well, it's either I'm the 1 or the 0.2. I want to be the 1.
Yeah.
But I think the secret to it is that once we do get our customers here, we just need to slow things down, and I think just have a lot more discussion, just making sure that we are on the right path with our customers and we're providing them with all the information that they need to move forward.
Definitely. So, I had a customer coming up to me and saying, hey, are you guys hiring? Did you, what do you have to do to get into the industry? Like, in your opinion, you think it's still worth it to work in the auto industry during these times? Or, what are your thoughts?
It's tough for everybody. It's been, like I've made the comment, 2020 felt like one long winter, and we're in winter again, and we're in 2021. Right now, it is difficult. The reality is everyone in the market is just like most other retail industries right now, we're all trying to keep our heads above water and, hope we can all ride this out and we continue to grow and move forward. It is tough. Would I tell someone not to enter the industry? Never. I've enjoyed it. It's had its ups and downs. Like in any sales job, your first couple of years is rough. Lots of highs, lots of lows, a fair amount of in-betweens. But if you love people and you feel like you want to make a difference, just make people happy. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing. We're making people happy. We're providing them a solution for an issue that they have, getting from point A to point B.
Yeah, definitely. Even for myself, obviously, we're trying to do new things. Me and Breck here, making this podcast, for example, it's something different we can do. Try to educate the people out there, but also to, keep ourselves busy and motivated and enthusiastic to do the next project. We've made multiple videos together. We're starting to do, walk arounds and test drives and, just trying to be active. And, we're seeing a lot of people come back to us and say, hey, great job. We enjoy watching the videos. And if it gets people within the door, that's definitely a good thing we can look forward to. But even, just as a personal thought, you actually had an issue with your car the other day. It came in for service, your experience when you came into service, how you had to book the appointment and it got how everything got done. How was that for you?
It's certainly it's a lot more seamless than it used to be. I mean, certainly for us here, we have a fantastic online platform. It takes you 3 minutes to book a service appointment, if that long. And, you know, you get your reminders, your follow-ups and so on prior to coming in. You know, the guys here know what they're doing. We have a couple of gentlemen in the back that have been here for a very long time. But I mean, aside from that, I mean, the service experience, I always make a joke that, you know, bringing a car in for service is like going to the dentist. Nobody likes going to the dentist, but you have to go to the dentist.
Exactly.
You know, so it's, for a lot of people, it's kind of a mundane experience. But we try to make it, you know, as friendly and as seamless as possible. And I mean, all dealerships usually have a nice customer lounge area, TVs, coffee, and so on and so forth. What I find, I was actually a service advisor myself for a little while a few years ago. I took a plunge into that end of the pool. Completely different animal to the sales side. There again, expectations are different. As I said, people don't really like coming to service their cars. The one thing I did kind of want to touch on is extended warranties. I've gotten a lot of questions recently in relation to why people should purchase an extended warranty on a vehicle. I mean, without getting into the nitty-gritty of it and how many parts are in a car and all these other things. One thing that I learned while I was working in service, that at that point I had been in sales for 2 years and I didn't know this. When you purchase an extended warranty, you actually get benefits within your standard warranty as well. A classic, easy example would be this. If you have a major problem with your vehicle, within your standard warranty, most manufacturers will not be willing to provide you with a rental car. Until your vehicle has been off the road for something like 5 days. My customers who would have purchased an extended warranty, because that is on their file, they have trip interruption and a car rental benefit that they will get right away, even though they're still within their first 5 years of their warranty. I mean, there's, to me, it's worth it. I mean, the way I always look at it as well is this. People are still keeping their cars an average of 5 to 8 years. A lot of us, especially those of us with families, usually keep our cars for 10 years. My wife's current vehicle is going to be 10 years old beginning of next year. And then we'll probably be looking to change. There again, to put into something that should probably keep for another 10 years.
Exactly.
You know, extended warranties, that all those extra protections, even though they may come across as upsells, the reality is this: right now, especially with COVID, we're all on a budget. Nobody needs any surprises. So it's all about giving a customer peace of mind and saying, look, your commitment is your car payment, your insurance, and your gas. And you know, some of these extended programs include maintenance and other things as well. And you just know that when you're driving to the dealership, okay, I'm here for my oil change, it's already paid for. I have an issue, it's covered under the warranty. So I'm not into year 6 and it's September, right when my son has to pay his tuition for university, and then I have an issue with my car, and I won't get hit with it.
Finance office, you know, I see it all the time. Again, just like what Breck was saying, you know, it's not always in an upsell, it's something that I could actually show value in. You know, one of the things that we did differently this year, we actually signed up with Walkway. You remember Walkway, right, Brent?
Yep.
Yeah, so basically what it does, you know, it gives people the opportunity, if anything were to go wrong with them, you know, get terminally ill or, you know, lose their job involuntarily, you know, we can get them out of that car and we can make them in an okay position if that were to ever happen. You know, so it's always a good thing to look at, you know, for ourselves and even for the viewers listening, right? But it's good to hear it from your side of you because you actually came from that side.
Yeah, I mean, my advice to our customers always is just ask the questions.
Yes.
The same way us as salespeople, we're always trained to ask the questions. You, the consumer, you ask the questions. If you have a doubt, you have a concern, ask the questions. Put it all out there. It just makes it easier for everybody, and that way it helps us to ensure that you get the the experience that you're expecting and you want.
Mm-hmm.
Christian, I know you're talking about the finance side of things.
Yes.
Something that I know you'll elaborate a lot more on this because you're the one who knows about it.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of change in relation to the challenges of people getting approved for loans.
Oh,
and
for
so on
sure.
and so forth
Yes,
since COVID.
yes.
You want to elaborate on that for me?
Yeah, well, it's changed. Before you used to be able to choose a car you like, submit that car to the bank, with this, standard procedure, 0% down, whatever the case may be. Things are changing. Banks are starting to look at, their risk portfolio. They're going to say, hey, well, if this guy ever loses his job, does he have money in the bank? Does he have money he can put down on this car? It's a little bit more challenging. That being said, even things like GAP, guaranteed asset protection, that helps people get approved in some ways. If their vehicle were to get written off in a year or 2 years and, they have a $50,000 loan, like our Palisades, those are almost $60,000, $70,000 now, right? If that car were ever to get written off, the bank is put at a position where, there's a lot of risk involved. So, something like that can even help the customers. So I say, definitely talk to your financial advisors. You can reach me. Of course, you can, talk to Breck to get a little bit more information on that. But yeah, things are changing. Moving forward for COVID, the thought in our mind is always, how long is this going to last for? Is this going to be like a 21 thing? Is it going to be a 22 thing? My mind, we hope obviously it's going to end as soon as possible. But, the reality is things are kind of in a tangle. Breck, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm hoping and praying that we get a handle on this soon. Like as I said, 2020 was a long winter.
Yes.
I'm tired of it now. We all are.
Yes,
We're all facing challenges with having to homeschool our children.
Yes.
And for people who are at home, trying to work from home, trying to keep their kids focused on school, my concern is what's going to happen after and how long it's going to take us to kind of regain some sort of comfort in the way our life was before.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of expect to see that mental health is going to be a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do have to mention Bell did their Let's Talk Day yesterday.
Oh yes,
which I'm a big supporter of.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it's all about communication.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you're having a tough time, talk to somebody, anybody.
Yes.
It could be the person that you buy your coffee from every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Just talk to someone. I'm hopeful that things will improve this year with vaccines coming online.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With people taking the precautions that we're taking. Sadly, I think the most frustrating thing for all of us right now is that there's always going to be that small percentage of people that aren't taking this seriously.
Exactly, yeah.
That are making it last longer for all of us. I don't know what else I can really say about that at that point. I think it's a topic that we kind of talked out.
For myself, again, I just want everybody to stay safe in, these hard times. We can get through it together. We're going to continue to do what we do, by making these podcasts, by, shooting our YouTube videos. We're obviously active on our social medias. Breck has a very big following on LinkedIn, myself. In any way, we could try to stay positive and try to make a difference in the industry. That's what we're going to keep doing. So I want to thank you customers for joining us today. This is going to be the ending of our episode 2. Please stay tuned. We're going to continue this every Wednesday and every Friday moving forward. If you guys have questions, again, you can reach Breck, you can reach myself. We'll have our handles on the YouTube page on this podcast. But for now, I want to say thank you for listening and take care, Breck.
Folks, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Wear masks. Wash your hands. And hopefully we can all enjoy a great spring and summer this year.
Definitely. Alrighty, guys. Have a great one. Bye-bye.